Good morning everyone. I am Sangeethapriya B from the Department of CSE IoT working in SNS College of Engineering. Today we are going to see about SQL fundamentals in the modern database management system. The SQL is a standardized command set used to communicate with the relational database system. What is meant by relational database system? If we have two types of a table, in that we can, if it has any same type of data, then we are saying it as a relational database. Is a structural query language. The characteristics of SQL is used. The usage is extremely optimize the result. Queries can be written in variety of ways. The advantage is it is a high level language that provides a greater degree of abstraction, enables the end user to deal with the number of database where it's available. SQL is a simple and easy to learn, and next one is SQL can handle in complex situation. In that, now we are going to see about SQL literals or always surrounded by a single quotes. For example, Tamil Selvan, it is covered by a single quotes. These example contains a string enclosed in a single quotes. Next, we are going to see about an integer iterates can be either positive or negative numbers but do not contain decimal. If you do not specify any sign, then positive number is assumed. Here are some example of valid integer literatures. 536 plus 536 or minus 536. Decimal literals can be either positive number or negative number and contains decimal. If you do not specify a sign, then it will be assumed as a positive. Here are some example for valid decimal literals. Next one is date time literals or a character representation of a date time value that are enclosed in a single quotes. Here are some examples. Next one is SQL command. In SQL we have a DLL, DML, DCL and TCL. In SQL data types there are classification of particular types of information. It is easily for the human to distinguish between different types of the data. SQL supports following data types. First one is the varchar. Represents a varying length string whose maximum length is n character. Example, name, varchar, Tamil or Kavita, etc. Next one is the character. Represented the fixed length string whose extract length should be specified in n. That is name char. Then the specified here it is as specified as a 6. Selvam. Next 3 is number. Represent number integer value. Number can also include decimal point values. Example, age number 3. Next is an integer, represents the integer value, that is roll number int 3. Float represents the floating value, that is height float of 5 of 2 floating point with 2 decimal values. The next one is the date. Calendar date contains 4-digit years. Month, date of the day of the month. Example, DOP date. Next one is the time. Time of the day in the hour, minutes and the second. Example, arrival timestamp. Timestamp, combination of data and time. Example, departure timestamp. Here we have. Next, we are going to see about what is relational algebra. A query language is a language which the user requests information from the database. These languages are usually on high level higher than the standard language. Query language can be categorized into two types: procedural language and the non-procedural language. Procedural language. User instructs the system by giving a specific procedure to perform a sequence of operation on the database to compute the desired result. Non-procedural language. User describes the desired information without giving a specific procedure for obtaining the information. Rational algebra is a procedural query language. It consists of a set of operations that take one or two operations as an input and produce new relation as their result. Relational algebra is widely used procedural query language. It collects the instance of relation as an input and gives occurrence of relation as an output. It varies operations to perform this action. The relational algebra operations are performed recursively on relation. The output of these operations is new relations which might be formed from one or more input relations. Next one is the definition of the algebral relation. The basic expression in relational algebra consists of either a relation in database or a constant relation is written by listing in its tuple with it. Let E1 and E2 be the relational